cart is a bounce pad before a fight. Whenever you pull up on someone, immediately hit the brakes and then jump on top of the golf cart. As you're jumping up, hold down your walls and this will allow you to go 3 stories high. This gives you the instant high ground advantage before every fight. Edit peeking in a 1x1 with a pyramid. Since Epic adjusted edit peeking by making the tiles opaque, people have been trying to find new ways to safely check their surroundings without being seen. With this strategy, you're going to build a 1x1 and then place a pyramid on top of it. Once you place the pyramid, you can freely edit it and see around you in all directions. This is super helpful late game if you're a defensive player or if you're forced to turtle up. Crossing Loot Lake with half the materials. To do this, you're going to place one small ramp into the water and then another ramp attached to it. At the very top, jump off and then jump twice in the water. After your second jump, repeat this process. You can actually jump twice in the water without slowing down at all, allowing you to cross Loot Lake with half the materials. Using bouncers to get a down teammate out of the storm. Sometimes you don't have the health to pick up your teammate in the storm, but having them crawl out is way too slow. You can place bouncers on backwards ramps to get out of the storm faster, but this also works on down players as well. So next time you're running out of the storm and need to get a down friend out, use bouncers to get both of you out as soon as possible. Disabling spike traps. Whenever a spike trap is on the ceiling, there's actually a way to disable it. To do this, simply edit any 3 corners of your pyramid, and this will make it into a cup-shaped build. Whenever you place this build under a spike trap, it allows you to freely walk underneath without taking any damage. Trapping an enemy above you with a pyramid. Whenever someone gets the edge on you when ramping up for a fight, you can place a pyramid at the top of their ramp to negate them from taking the high ground. This stops their push and allows you to quickly build and retake control of the fight. You can also use this same method, but instead of taking the high ground back, you can box them in and place traps for an easy kill. The 3 best ways to counter the pyramid. The first way to counter is to pyramid yourself. As soon as you get the ramp above someone, place a pyramid on yourself and quickly edit through. This will deny their pyramid attempt. The second way to counter is by simply shooting through it. If you have a fast firing weapon or a heavy sniper, you can quickly shoot through the pyramid to not get trapped. The last way we like to counter the pyramid is by building up with the ramp, floor, and wall technique. Whenever you place a floor below you on a ramp, it stops the player from being able to place a pyramid above you. The fastest way to get down from a build battle. Whenever you're up too high and need to get down quick, simply walk to the edge of any build and fall down backwards. As you're falling, hold down your walls and then place a ramp after the 3rd wall. This will allow you to get down from a build fight extremely fast. All the secret uses for auto run. Now a lot of people are starting to realize that you can use auto run to quickly organize your inventory without stopping or slowing down. But we actually have a few more auto run uses that can be very helpful. You can press auto run to split ammo or materials, you can drop a weapon or meds to a friend, and you can even use auto run when diving into the map or when gliding to somewhere. Auto run also works in ATKs and shopping carts, allowing you to organize on the go. Rotating ramps to provide cover while moving. When getting shot from the side and you have to move to zone, we usually jump and try to place walls to the side to protect us from the gunfire. But there is a much easier way to do this. If you're getting shot at from the side, simply rotate a ramp towards the enemy. This will allow you to run forward while providing cover without ever slowing down. Reloading your shotguns without slowing down. This tip is extremely helpful when trying to outrun the storm and has helped us in many situations. If your shotgun needs to be reloaded, you can actually jump and reload at the same time. Once the shotgun reloads 1 shell, you want to quickly switch to another weapon. This will allow you to reload 1 bullet while jumping, making it so you never lose speed. You can continue to use this method until your shotgun is completely full. Extra support for crossing high ground. Whenever you need to cross over high ground or when being spammed from below, there is a way to reinforce your build so that you don't get shot out. To do this, place floors and pyramids at the same time. This will give you an extra layer and make you extremely difficult to shoot down. The fastest high ground method. Now this technique requires good editing, but it's the fastest way to build to high ground in the entire game. To go 4 stories high, it usually takes about 3 to 4 seconds even with the fastest builds. But with this method, you can go 4 stories high in just 2 seconds. To do this, edit your pyramid into a ramp. Now place this ramp, jump and turn, and place another ramp. Regular ramps don't snap to each other while building vertically, but pyramid ramps do. This can allow for some serious speed when taking high ground. Placing pyramids instead of floors on certain areas of the map. Certain buildings and tilted towers and the hotel in Paradise Palms both won't let you place floors, but they will let you snap pyramids. So next time you find yourself in a situation where your floors aren't snapping, try using pyramids instead and you might be pleasantly surprised. Throwing 2 C4s on someone in a 1x1. Whenever someone turtles up or is in a 1x1, you want to throw 2 C4s at the structure. If you throw them one right after another, there will be a millisecond in between the explosions, giving you guaranteed damage to the player. This also works the same way with clingers. The 180 bounce pad. This is by far the best way to bounce at someone to engage in a fight. Turning pyramids into backwards ramps or rotating your ramps is super risky, but with the 180 bounce pad, all you have to do is jump, turn around with a ramp, and then place a bouncer. This requires no editing or rotating and is an awesome way to push someone. Destroying your launch pad without shooting it down. Whenever you use a launch pad, you're leaving it for another team or player to use. So this trick is super effective in destroying your launch pad without slowing you down or using any ammo. Once you get to the platform that the launch pad is on, edit the stairs below and cut them in half. Don't confirm the edit until you jump and are right about to hit the pad. If you do this correctly, it'll destroy your launch pad and still allow you to use it. The secret hidden trap. When building up a hill, you're going to place a wall in front of your ramp as soon as you meet the edge of the hill. Now place a spike trap on that wall that is hidden behind the ramp. This will basically make your trap invisible when running up the ramp, allowing for some easy kills. The 4-layered ramp rush. This is an amazing ramp rush that is very practical in game and that will give you tons of support. You're going to start by placing a floor, wall, and ramp, giving you the standard 3-layer push. After you finish the 3-layered push, you're going to repeat it, but this time with a ramp first. This will allow you to get a ramp underneath your 3-layered push, giving you insane support against the spam meta. Using trees to decrease fall damage. In one of our games, we fell from over 4 stories high with only 13 health and somehow didn't die. We noticed this in playback, so we slowed down the footage and noticed that we hit a tree on our way down. We immediately jumped into a game to test this theory, and in fact, certain trees can help break your fall. It won't always negate fall damage completely, but it can definitely help you out in a dire situation. So the next time you get shot down in a build battle, try to land on the side of a tree and it might save your game. Not getting damaged by spike traps when being boxed in. Whenever you get boxed in and someone places a trap, simply run to the other wall. This will put you out of range to be hit by the trap. If someone places 2 traps, one on each wall, simply swing your pickaxe as soon as the trap is placed. You can actually 2-hit the trap before it activates, allowing you to avoid the damage. Emoting on the back of a golf cart to make yourself harder to hit. On the back of a golf cart, you're extremely exposed to fire, unlike the people in the front who have lots of cover. Whenever you're on the back of a cart, constantly emote. This changes your hitbox and makes you way harder to hit. Emotes like the flippin' sexy and the worm are crazy good for this strategy, but any emote with lots of movement will work just as well. The launchpad platform. Now this technique has been in the game for a while, but almost nobody utilizes it. This technique allows you to still use your launchpad even if your structure gets shot out. When ramping up to the sky, you're going to place a platform every 3 ramps. This will allow you to turn around and place the launchpad even if you get shot out. When someone shoots out your structure, you can no longer attach any builds to it, so having those platforms ready will ensure that you can safely build up without any of the worry. Trapping players by rotating a ramp to block the door. Whenever someone runs into a room, you can actually rotate or edit a ramp to block the doorway. This allows you to throw grenades or clingers into the room with no way for them to escape. The double ramp pyramid build. Whenever someone gets the high ground, we usually turtle up and then double ramp out to try to retake it. Unfortunately, the Tommy gun and all of the SMGs can easily rip through both ramps, stopping your push instantly. To counter this, all you have to do is double ramp out of the 1x1 like you usually would, but as soon as you place the top ramp, place a pyramid as well. This will give you an extra layer of protection and make your enemy have to shoot through 3 layers instead of 2. This build is really difficult to get the rhythm for, but learning it will definitely give you the advantage in build fights.
The shotgun floor technique. Whenever you have the high ground on someone, it's very tempting to drop down and go for a heavy-hitting shotgun shot. Unfortunately, shotguns are very inconsistent right now, and dropping down into your enemy is very risky. This technique takes away all the risk of dropping down, but still allows you to get some insane headshots. When built above someone, jump in the air and take a shot directly down at them. As soon as you shoot, place a floor underneath you to catch your fall. You can continue to do this to someone on the low ground, allowing you to output a lot of damage without the risk of taking any. The high ground pyramid. To do this, place a ramp and then a pyramid. Once you're at the highest point of the pyramid, place a floor and then jump onto it. This allows you to go a full story up very quickly. You can also do this twice in a row before your jump goes on cooldown. If you get this technique down fast enough, you can even place a ramp on the floor you jumped onto, allowing you to go 2 stories up extremely fast. Advanced heavy sniper tips. The first heavy sniper tip is to synchronize sniper shots with another sniper. Have the heavy shoot first to take down the wall, followed by an immediate shot with the second sniper to get the kill. This is almost impossible to counter when done right. The second heavy sniper tip is to shoot down build battles with it. You can snipe from a distance and easily take down people in a build fight without them ever noticing. Using bouncers to take high ground quickly. If you're ever in a situation where you get outbuilt, or if you mess up on one of your builds, you can use bouncers to quickly retake high ground and reset the fight. Just place a bouncer on a floor and hold your wall button as you fly up. Once you've gone 3 stories up, place a floor under you and repeat the process if you have to. This method is extremely useful for retaking the high ground or if you're trying to build up to somewhere fast. Golf carts negating fall damage from any height. Now this tip is going to be very situational, but it's always good to know. The top of a golf cart acts as a bounce pad, allowing you to jump on top of it from any height without taking any fall damage. This could potentially save you in certain situations or allow you to get some really insane trick shots. Either way, you never know when this could help you out. Placing pyramids through pre-built roofs. You can actually place a pyramid through any pre-built roof, and this can be useful for tons of situations. Whenever someone is above you, you can place a pyramid through the roof, then break the ceiling and edit out with ease for the high ground. Not only this, but if you place a pyramid through a roof and a pyramid on top of yourself, it's actually enough cover to block damage from 2c4. This pyramid tip isn't going to be needed every game, but it's definitely a good one to know.